Alright, so I just made a rant video about how people say we don't need Black history, and this is my little brother Christian. And Christian stopped me after my video and said, "What is Black History Month?" For those who say we don't need Black History Month, this is why we need Black History Month. Christian, how old are you?
10.
10. Chris, what grade are you in?
5th.
And he has to come home and ask what Black History Month is. So I explained to him Black History Month is the 1 month out of the year where we get to acknowledge and be fully taught, not even fully, but some form of recognized and taught about our ancestors and people who came before us, people of color. I asked him, did they teach him about Black people in school? Christian, do they?
No.
And my little baby's response was, I love Black people. And I'm so proud of him for saying that. I love Black people too. I wish more people did so that we can actually know, so that my 10-year-old brother doesn't have to come home and ask me what Black History Month is and why don't they teach him. So the next person who decides to say that Black history is American history, think again. If Black history was American history, you would see just as many Black people, aside from being slaves in these history books, as you did the whites and the Europeans. That's Black history is American history. That's making sure that we're educated outside of the 28, 29 on the leap year days of February. That's knowing people beyond Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Rosa Parks. Because I know that's where they start you from, but how many schools actually go beyond that? And I'm not saying it's just up to the schools. It's up to people inside their homes to make sure that when this little 10-year-old grows up to be an 18-year-old like I am, there are no more questions. They don't have to continuously hear fully grown adults say that there's no need for a Black History Month. Educate people. Educate. And stop saying we don't need it, because we do. Because this is the 1 month out of a year where we get to celebrate ourselves without ridicule. And even then, sometimes there still is. But you know what? That's okay. That is perfectly fine, because like my baby said, he loves Black people. I love Black people. And I wish some Black people loved themselves enough to realize that this is our time. This coming up month is when we celebrate ourselves. We celebrate ourselves, or at least we should, all year round. So unless you're saying that Black people should be celebrated every day for who they are, not just as a pawn in the history of white America or American history, because they don't treat us as a part of American history. So when you start to celebrate and recognize us for who we are and what our ancestors have came and done before you or any white person in general try to take it over, then we can say there's no need for a Black History Month. Why? Because Black people are celebrated and recognized as unique, beautiful, powerful beings all year round. But until that day comes, we need this Black History Month so we can stand up, put up our Black Panther fists, and remember where we came from and why we actually need this and who we are, and make sure everyone else knows. And if you're that ashamed of yourself, then maybe you shouldn't classify yourself as Black. Because, baby, I'm proud of my dark skin. He ain't that dark, but he seemed to be pretty proud of it, too. So, I think that's all for now. Have a blessed Friday, people.
Wait a second. If you say people in the world, I'm not trying to want people. Just get along with white people. They'll make you happy in the world, too. And that's what my mom taught me. Because
you hear that, guys? Even when people don't like you, get along with the white people. Those are the words of my baby. But we're not just going to say whites. We're going to say people in general. People who don't celebrate us, love them still. Especially y'all that want to walk around claiming Christianity all day. Love. They may not love us, but we need to love them, and we need to show them that we love ourselves. Because like 10 years old people, love makes you happy, and love makes you royalty. Even when people don't want to put that crown on top of your head. Now I say again, happy Friday.